Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. Oh, my microphone's a little bit off here. Sorry, just a second while I put some of these elastics back in place to hold the mic up better. I think I got them all. Alright. It is the last game of the season. We are going to throw the AAA guys out there, especially after a 16-inning monstrosity yesterday. Maybe should have done this earlier. Going to make a little lineup change here. Is that everybody? There we go. Switch around the bottom of the order a little bit. Yeah, I think that's what we'll go with. Oh, we don't. We're gonna start. I'm gonna start Juné. Kind of feel like he should have been probably starting this whole month, but we'll start him today. The plan is for all of our AAA guys to throw 2 innings. And that should get us to the 8th, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do on the 9th. So our last looks at PNC Park. The Pirates eliminated from the playoffs. In fact, the whole field has been set with the exception of the NL West. The Dodgers hold a 1-game lead over the Giants, so there's still a chance for the Giants to sneak in. But either way, they are going to have a better record than the Phillies do, and the Phillies did clinch the NL East. So we will play the Phillies starting October 5th when the playoffs start. The Reds will take on whoever comes out of the West. In the American League, this is going off memory, I think the Astros are 1 game ahead of the Red Sox. So assuming that holds, that means the White Sox should play the Red Sox, and then the Tigers will play at the Astros. Those 4 teams are set. It's just a matter of seeding now, and I think that's pretty well set. So back in this game, we've got Dan Herron on the mound, who has had some success against us. Can't say that for every pitcher. Clippard pops the first pitch up for the first out. Michalak is going to go into center field for a base hit. So I ate some spicy ramen before this, and now my nose is deciding to run. Here's Swan. He takes strike 1. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. He's going to go into left center field. That's going to roll all the way back to the wall. Damn close to it. Michalak's going to turn for home, and he is in there safely. The Squirrels take a 1-0 lead right off the bat. All right, Whiteman at the plate then. A runner in scoring position with only 1 out. He looks at strike 1. Ooh, swing and a miss on a very hittable pitch. Swing and a miss again. That's strike 3. 2 away. Here's Iwata at the plate. Now, if you don't remember back when Iwata was drafted this year, he is, as he gets a base hit up the middle, and looks like it's going to be an RBI. Throw goes home. 2-0 Squirrels, and Iwata goes ahead and takes second on that throw. So anyway, Iwata is actually listed as a left fielder. That's what he's rated for. We already had a left fielder in Bo Knight on AAA, so that's why he's been out in right. During spring training, I'm going to actually convert him to a right fielder. I guess I could add it as a secondary position, so we'll see. We've got, a few months to worry about that. Huseman at the plate now. He has a 1-2 count. Runner still in scoring position with 2 outs. Pop fly. Johnson should have room, and he does. Less room than I thought, but he does make the play. Squirrels start off the game with 2 runs. Chris Duffy is going to lead things off for the Pirates. You see the AAA lineup. I'm sure our AAA team probably saw this lineup a lot. Which, I've said it before, I think highly unlikely that we would keep the whole alignment in Indiana, but if we were to, I think Fort Wayne would probably be the AAA team, and then maybe South Bend for AA, and maybe put a team each in Lafayette and Bloomington for the single A teams. Decide which one's high, which one's low. Something like that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Pirates go scoreless in the first inning. It's still 2-0. Minnick's at the plate. First pitch in there for strike 1. And that pitch a bit outside. Popped up. Wilson waiting for it in front of second base, and he makes the catch. And that will bring Bo Knight to the plate. I do feel like he's obviously been struggling this month. I feel like he's done well the other times he's been called up. I'm also trying to remember if we've had him for, is this his second year or his third year? I'd have to go back and check. I don't remember off the top of my head. Bo Knight looks at the 3-0 pitch. It's now 3-1. He will ground to short. Wilson to first. 1 away. So here is Juné, not his first at bat. That pitch is too high. Change-up called a strike. Curveball down and away. Make it 2-1. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. This is fouled back. Out of the zone. Juné's worked at full count. 2 outs, nobody on base. Hits this towards third, Blum to first, and that will be the last out of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Squirrels still up 2-0. Xavier Nady will start things off at the plate.
Number 22, Xavier Nady, right fielder.
Curveball stays high. Comes back with another one and gets a swing and a miss. Cutter gets a pop-up. Whiteman going back, waiting for it on the foul line, makes the catch. Johnson at the plate. That pitch runs high. There's a strike on the outer half, 1-1. And that pitch is up and in. 2-1. Fouled off over by the dugout, makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, here's Aviles. He will look at strike 1. That's fouled back, excuse my burp there. Fouled off again, makes it 0-2. Ground ball to Clippard, who will go to first, and that will end the inning. Good outing by Juné. We go back to the top of the order for the Squirrels. It's a 2-0 Indianapolis lead. Clippard popped out in his first at-bat. Only 1 strikeout for Heron the first time through the order. Clippard looks at strike 1. Well, there's probably an argument Clippard ought to be on the big league roster, honestly. So he's certainly out-hit Phil in his time in the majors, and maybe even Kester, but is a smaller sample size. Here's Michalak, and he's going to hit a line drive into left field. There's another base hit. One on with one out. Swan hit the double back to the center field fence. Rolled there, didn't hit it or anything, and that allowed Michalak to score from first. He's got an 0-2 count in this at-bat. He will look at strike 3. Whiteman, he was the lone strikeout the first time through the order. Looks at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Looks at strike 3. Well, we go to the bottom of the third and get ready to change pitchers here. Jeff Blum's going to lead things off. All right. Let's go Hankins next. Says he's not actually ready, but we've only got to get him through 2 innings, so we'll see how this goes.
Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 78, Hankins.
Gets a ground ball to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. Can't beat that. Here comes Niger Morgan. And that's going to be a base hit into left. Still only 1 pitch, so that's the efficiency is the thing right now. Here's Dan Herron at the plate. Looks at strike 1. Hits a ground ball to Clippard. He goes to second, and Huseman just plain dropped the ball. That's an E6. The throw was there in time. Huseman just didn't catch it. So Chris Duffy now with 2 on. It's a weak pop-up towards short. Huseman does catch that one. 2 away, 2 on. Here's Luis Rivas. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We go to the 4th inning. Still a 2-0 Squirrels lead, and Iwata is going to lead things off for Indianapolis. Iwata had the other RBI, RBI double. It was really a single in advance on the throw, but this game doesn't do that, so it goes down as a double. That said, on Chiefs' record-setting double season, I don't think he had very many of those. I think those might have all been legitimate doubles. Ground ball to first. Johnson will step on the base. Here comes Huseman, who fouled out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Line drive into center field. That's another base hit. Minix flew out in his first at-bat. I vaguely remember him doing that, but I don't remember. Did Johnson catch? No, that was in foul. I don't remember who caught it. It was not hit particularly hard. That might have been the one Jack Wilson caught in front of second, maybe? This one's going to go through the middle for a base hit. 2 on with 1 out, and here's Bo Knight. He looks at strike 1. And that changeup is outside. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Fouled away, still 1-2. he will hit this right to easy double play. The runners had already taken off. Poor base running leads to a double play. So Jack Wilson's going to lead things off for the Pirates. Still a 2-0 Squirrels lead. See if Hankins can get through this inning. I didn't realize he was going to be coming in on short rest. I'm still not entirely sure he really did. He gets a ground ball to Huseman. 1 away. Here's Xavier Nady. Almost gets hit. And that one down in the dirt. There's a slider in there for a strike. Another slider gets a ground ball to third. Swan on to first. 2 away. Hankins 1 inning away from being done for the year. Or 1 inning, 1 out away is what I mean to say. Johnson struck out in his first at-bat. Grounds this one to short. And that will end the 4th inning. We're going to get the maybe rare pinch hitter. Because Hankins is going to be done for the day. Let's go ahead and throw Quentin out there. See if he can give us some late fireworks here. Or late season, not so much late in the game. Heron starts him off with a changeup, which gets a big swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Hits this one hard, but way foul. Still 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down, here's Clippard. He is 0 for 2, a pop out and a strikeout. Swings and misses at the first pitch. See, I say nice things about a guy and he can't get a hit. I complain, that's when they come through. He grounds out to second. 2 down, and here is Michalak, who is 2 for 2. Pair of singles, also scored the first run of the game. Fouls the first pitch away. I should say scored with some aggressive base running, which we like to see. Just not over-aggressive, which we tend to see too much of. He has a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Still a 2-0 Squirrels lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Aviles is going to lead things off for Pittsburgh. Indianapolis still with the 2-0 lead. Let's go. Oh, why does it show me fielders? Let's go Lamosny next.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis. Number 60, Lamosny.
All right, Aviles ground out in his first at-bat. He will look at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jeff Blum he ground out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. This pitch a bit outside. Slider gets put towards short. Huseman makes the grab. 2 down. And here's Niger Morgan, who did get a base hit in his first at-bat. Starts off with a 2-0 count. There's a called strike to make it 2-1. And this curveball inside. It's a 3-1 count. This one misses down and in as well. That's the first walk of the day to somebody who should be a speedy runner, but he is not rated as speedy in this game. I don't know how that worked out. Dan Heron at the plate hits that's going to be a base hit over Huseman's head. I thought it was going to drop in for a hit. Morgan's going to go to third, and he will make it there. Pirates have runners on the corners with the top of their order up. First pitch in there for a strike. Second pitch just a bit outside. There are 2 outs. There's a called strike. I think it's been all fastballs so far. Throws a slider, gets a swing and a miss, and Lamosny out of the jam. We'll move into the 6th inning. Squirrels still leading 2-0, and they will start off with Swan at the plate. Swan is doubled and struck out. RBI doubled, I might add. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Pop straight up. Avila's waiting for it. 1 away. That will bring Whiteman to the plate. He has struck out in both at-bats today. Swings and misses at a cutter. There's a called strike to make it 0-2. Fouls this one back. That might be the most bat he's gotten on the ball today. Looks at strike 3. 2 down. Here's Iwata. He is 1 for 2, also with an RBI double. And that's splitter up and out, I do believe. Fouled back. It does make the screen. 1-1. This is going to hook foul down the left field line. 1-2. Does not chase the high fastball. Puts this one into right field. Nady will get there for the catch. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Squirrels still lead 2-0. Luis Rivas will lead things off. First pitch from Lamosny is inside. And that pitch is too low. He's back with another curveball. This one is a strike. Another curveball, gets a swing and a miss, makes it 2-2. Fastball right down the middle, and it is put right back up the middle for a base hit. The leadoff single brings Jack Wilson to the plate. He has ground out in both at-bats so far today. That slider a bit wild. This one called a strike on the inside corner. Another called strike down in the zone. Called strike 3 on the inner half. 1 down, Xavier Nady. He is 0 for 2. Grounds to short, to second, Clippard on to first. A little slow getting it there, but it is in time for a 6-4-3 double play to end the 6th inning. So the Squirrels keep their 2-0 lead as we move into the 7th inning. Huseman is going to lead things off. Dan Heron's still out there, though he's not given up a run since the first inning. He's had a bit of a rough start to the day. And the Huseman puts that right back up the middle for a leadoff single. That will bring Minix to the plate. He is 1 for 2 today. That cutter stays outside. Curveball catches the outside corner. Cutter catches the outside corner, and a bit lower in the zone as well. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Here is Bo Knight. He's 0 for 2. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one into center field, and it does get down for a base hit. It's a bit of a relief to see. We will not have Lamosny hit here. Let's go get Sweeney. Though I do hope to see him more regularly, because he'll, be in the lineup if we make the World Series. At least for a few games. First pitch is too high. That one down and out. Heron must be pretty close to the end of his rope. Puts one down the middle. Sweeney fouls it off. 2-1. This should get down. Oh, actually, Wilson got a lot closer to it than I thought he would, but it did drop in for a hit, and that is the third run of the game for the Squirrels. That will knock Heron out of the game. Beatty is going to come in. Still not so sure that shouldn't be Beatty, but the game pronounces it Beatty, so that's what we're going with. Clippard 0 for 3. I don't think he's had too many hitless games since he's been called up. 2 on, 1 out. He has a 1-1 count. Looks at a front door slider, I guess you would say. And ground ball to short. They go to second, on to first in time. 4-6-3 double play the other way. 7th inning stretch time. Squirrels lead 2-0. Johnson on the other side. Okay, time for McNichol to take his turn on the mound. I'm tempted to throw Phil the last inning. I might do it. I'd feel a little bit better about it if it wasn't a save situation. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do it if it would be a save. All right, the Squirrels can score another run before the bottom of the ninth. You'll get a Phil inning. Otherwise, I think Shibuya is going for save 69 or 70, something like that. So, Johnson strikes out looking. That will bring Aviles to the, that was Johnson. That was Aviles is just batting a little higher than he used to. He has an 0-2 count. Flies this one foul over the dugout. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Here's Jeff Blum. He is 0 for 2. Puts it into left. Bonide is not going to get there. Does a pretty good job cutting it off and keeping things at a single. Niger Morgan has singled and walked so far. Starts things off with a called strike. Pitch down and in. Curveball gets a swing and a miss. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. We go to the 8th inning. The Squirrels still leading 3-0, and they will start off with Michalak at the plate. Sorry, I just got an email from my older daughter's math teacher that she told the kids to do the wrong page for their homework. Michalak grounds back to Beatty, 1 away. Here's Swan. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at strike 1 on a pretty hittable slider, looked like. Swings and misses at a hittable fastball. There he makes some contact, drives it into right field for a base hit. Here comes Whiteman. He will flip around and bat right-handed. He struck out 3 times left-handed, so this might be a welcome change. Has a 1-1 count. That's a base hit into the left center gap. Swan on his way to third, and he will stop there. Whiteman stops at second, and here's a chance to bust the game wide open. Awada at the plate already has a hit or two. I can't remember. Backdoor slider for strike 1. And this pitch down and out. Called strike. It's 1-2. This one, oh, right to Blum. That's disappointing. It wasn't a bad hit ball, but it couldn't have been any more at him. 2 outs now. Huseman already with a hit or two as well. Looks at strike one. This one, will it get down? Doesn't look like it. Morgan makes the catch. Well, that's a shame. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The pitcher spot due up for the Pirates. It's a 3-0 Squirrels lead. Griffiths is going to come in to pinch hit. McNichol starts him off with the fastball and gets a swing and a miss. Another fastball popped up. Whiteman going back, and he will make the catch in foul ground. 1 down. Here's Chris Duffy. He's 1 for 3. Looks at a strike. And this one up and out. I think that palm ball is the first off-speed pitch McNichol's thrown in this inning. 1-2, right back to the fastball and gets another swing and a miss. 2 down, Luis Rivas hit into a double play, struck out and then singled so far. Has a 1-1 count to start this at bat. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We go into the 9th inning. It's a 3-0 Squirrels lead. Bottom of the order coming up for the Squirrels to try to get this last run to try to do something fun here. Griffiths is going to stay in and play right field. Tyler Yates is going to take over on the mound. Minnick's 1 for 3 on the day. He looks at a strike to open this at bat. This pitch down and in. And that should be base hit into left. It sure is. Finds the outfield grass. Leadoff single brings Bonite to the plate. Got a base hit in his last at bat. Almost has that average back up to triple digits. Sitting at 98 at the moment. He has an 0-2 count. And he'll get another hit into right field. Minnick's is going to go on to third base, and he will make it there. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Use my 2 best pinch hitters. I should use another bench guy. How about Miyake? First pitch, called a strike. Oh, swing and a miss, but it gets away, and that is going to get the Squirrels that 4th run. 4-0, a runner still in scoring position with nobody out. Miyake hits one. Ooh. Oh, boy. That about turned into a disaster. Hit sharply to short, and they're able to backpick Bonite at second. Almost turned into a double play. A better throw might have actually done it. Still only 1 out and a runner on first, though. Clippard at the plate. Looks at strike 1. Oh, and they're going to pick Miyake off. Well, base is empty with 2 outs. They might as well have gotten a double play. Clippard a line drive to second, and that will end the inning. But it's not a save situation, so now we get to have a little bit of fun to end the year here. Jack Wilson is due up, then the pitcher's spot. Pirates down 4-0. Jack Wilson is 0 for 3. Called strike. Wilson doesn't like the call. I'm not sure I blame him, but grounds to third. Sharply hit, but right to Swan. 1 down. Pirates will pinch hit. Here comes Stephen Drew. There's a called strike. Line, right on the right field line. He's going to go in there for a double. Here comes Johnson. Runner on second with one out now. Phil from the stretch. Doesn't get the call on the inside corner. Ground ball too short. Go to first with it. Squirrels one out away from ending this regular season on a win. Aviles at the plate to try to stop that. He goes into center field. Michalak makes the grab, and that is the end of the season. Game 162. Indianapolis Squirrels 4, Pittsburgh Pirates 0. Take a look at some highlights. Swan's going to be your player of the game. We say goodbye to the AAA guys until next September. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Playoffs start on Sunday, October 5th. And like I said, we will draw the Phillies. We will see you then.